It's kind of interesting. Every time I go to pray, I have this. It's kind of like a sinking feeling. Like, I know nothing. I have nothing. And everything that I do have is from Him. And I was pondering about what that meant. It's almost like a humility, like as I'm trying to enter into His presence, I'm just in complete reverence of Him. And I began to think about, the way that Jesus taught us to pray. Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And hallowed be thy name is total and complete reverence. You enter into His presence through humility. We are nothing without Him. So, in essence, Jesus gave us a pattern that is really, it's a secret of how to enter into His presence, of how to please Him. We fall at His feet in reverence and worship. And by doing that, by recognizing that it has nothing to do with us, I'm not spiritual, like at all. I'm not a spiritual person, never have been. I've always had this view that it's not me, it is Him completely. One of the things that's really interesting about this pattern, in my experience anyhow, is that I sense that I enter into His presence very quickly when I do it the right way. When I come before Him with nothing to offer and recognition that it's all Him. And other times I pray and I don't do that. I just start praying and things like that, and I don't really feel like I enter His presence. So it's kind of interesting. So I had this experience maybe 15 years ago or so, where I could just enter into God's presence at the drop of a hat. And like literally. And I was recently thinking about how that happened in light of this, hallowed be thy name. And I think back to those days, and that's exactly what it was. I went before Him in total reverence and humility, recognizing that I can be nothing, I can do nothing without Him. And it sort of removes that idea that I'm somehow spiritual, because I'm not. I'm so utterly not. I can't even believe it. But one of the things that happened back then is I got together with my brother one time, and we were seeking God, and we were praying together, and we entered into that place of complete reverence. And as we did that, we both felt something happening. And I said, do you feel that? And he said, yes, the Holy Spirit is here. And we just kept seeking him. We just kept seeking him. And then a while later, all of a sudden, it vanished. And again, I said, did you feel that? And he's like, yeah, he's gone. And we both talked about the experience, and I described it as I could feel like the Holy Spirit just seeped into the room like a cloud, and then left like a cloud being sucked out of the room, almost like the glory of God in the temple of heaven, you know. And I regret not having continued in that. I want more.